So it's been a little while. Slowly working on the Civic. Took a little break, but the fuel cell is done and it's working. Um, Today I'll be showing you guys how I wired it up, kind of, and plumbed it up, and other stuff. Can't remember what I did, to be honest, because I did it like 4 weeks ago. So I've been daily driving it for 4 weeks now, making sure everything's good. Haven't had any issues or anything like that. So do this at your own risk. I'm not responsible if you do something wrong or your car blows up. You could do this to any other car. Just for me, I did it for the Civic, but it's kind of the same, just a little different for anything else. But you can make it. You could usually make it work. So fuel cell looking pretty cool. Modifying it right now, and I'm gonna show you guys something that's also cool. Is I modified the OEM fuel hanger, so you can see it's supposed to go this way. I just cut it right here. You can see the bottom piece, and I used some scrap metal. So this goes all the way to the sump. Now I didn't need to extend wires or something like that. I just needed to extend this. And I made an adapter so it fits on the 12 bolt fuel cell. So it's gonna be like this. So I didn't get to record any of this because I just had to lock in and I had to do it, basically. But it's not that hard. You can see how I did it. Some welds right there, some welds right there. Just had to bend it into position. But I will cover the all the exposed metal. I just need to find the paint or something like that. And fits like right there. And that's how it's gonna look. Right there. Boom. Right now I'm in the process of trying to make my sending unit fit in here too. So it would be all OEM. I could still use my gas gauge and stuff like that. But yeah, right now I'm just in the process. I only need one of these bungs. So this side will probably be for the vent tube. This side, I'm thinking if I just chop it off and I make a little hole for this to fit in there, plop like that. I just want to make sure it can reach all the way at the bottom, so I know when I need to get gas, stuff like that. So my plan was just probably to weld a little extension right here, cut that, weld it all the way to the bottom right here. Hopefully there should be enough room. I probably could just bend all that stuff too. Yeah, I could probably just bend all that stuff too, make it work. But yeah, just gotta cut this off. Boom. The hole is done. Basically the same size. So this should fit in there. Right now I'm gonna clean it out though first. So I get all that shavings in there. Oh. Alright. Got this drilled out. All the holes drilled out too. Probably gonna get like a piece of sandpaper and clean all the edges so it's not sharp. Then I have this drilled out too, and that's gonna be for the fuel neck. It's not here yet, but I went off of Amazon's measurements. Hopefully that's correct. This size is just a tad under, so I do need to wallow it out just a little bit maybe, or get with the diagrander and make it a little bit wider. But so I did take this out. It was right here. Don't need it no more because I just only need one for the vent. Right now I'm trying to think. Oh, also I do need to make a block off plate for this too, so I'll do that after I finish this. I did bend this outwards. So right now I'm just trying to think on how am I going to extend this. Probably just chop it up, maybe do a couple tack welds, see how that is. You can see, I'll show you right now. This is how it's gonna look. It's pretty sick right there. It's gonna use the OEM gasket. It should seal. If it doesn't, I can always just make my own gasket. You can see it's not all the way at the floor. It's probably like, if I had gas in there, that would be a quarter tank. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to extend it all the way down. Hopefully there's enough space for it so it doesn't hit the front of it too. So you see I extended from here to here. I just cut it and I used an Allen key and I just shaved it off and trimmed it a bit. Now it's basically sitting resting on the bottom of the tank right there, and you can see it's almost all the way up to the top of the tank. So that really doesn't really matter. As long as we could tell where the bottom, I'm perfectly okay with that. I think this is gonna be a lot cooler because I'm be able to use my fuel gauge on my cluster, so I don't have to do nothing wacky and add something else. So that's gonna be gangster. So that's blocked off. There's nothing in the way now because that had a little float. That float there, it was in the way of this too, so it's a good thing I took it out. Fuel cell is in the Civic. Low-key hard, low-key though. Oh man. So this is how the fuel cell's looking right now. Give you guys a quick explanation. These two wires right here are the ones from this is like the gas level fuel pump. I just extended them. That's it. Extended them like a 1.5 feet maybe. Everything fits. I did have to make my own gaskets for these and these. You can see I had to make an adapter so it fit, because this is a 12 bolt and this is a 6 bolt, so this wouldn't fit on that. Then I have my little gas thing, wall pour gas in, and I have this little vent tube, the little rag covering it so it escapes from under the car, all the fumes and stuff like that. I do have this is a 1/4 inch line all the way to the intake manifold on that little fuel rod bracket thingy. Then this is the 6AN line all the way to the fuel filter. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys how I ran the lines. You can see this is the 6AN. I have a little adapter right here. I did get the wrong size, so I had to weld a nut to the filter, so because this was the correct thread pitch, but I used a copper washer. All this doesn't leak, so don't worry about it. But this was just a test because I did not want to run this with like an inline filter to the furo, because I don't want it to make it look like I touched it, you know. So I just need to take this one out and put that one up there, look something like that, and it looked like I even never touched it, you know. And this is the fuel return. Just have it right there, straight 1/4 inch all the way to the back of the car. So I plugged up the original one. So yep, that's how I did all the plumbing and stuff like that for the fuel, for the fuel cell. But you could also see the bracket that I built for it. Pretty sick. It's a bolt-on bracket. She's working. She's doing what she's doing bracket stuff. But yeah, pretty solid, to be honest. Right now I have a full tank of gas in here. And yeah, don't have to use these, so that's all capped off. But man, she looks so cool. I do have my sub in here. Hands give me no issues. The gas, sub right next to it, not really worried about it, to be honest.